So we're back in our Asian area, which is still looking pretty dead. There's like a few people here now at least. It's quite empty. No one's looking at any of the animals, I don't think, at least right now. So we're going to start off by trying to solve that. We're going to get this boat up and running. So I think I should be able to just open 2 stations for now. Although I'm not sure, so we'll find out. But we're going to get working on this station and try and make it look a bit nicer. So let's see if we can build like a nice hut. Riverboat hut. Never really built anything like this before, so this will be a fun challenge. And it actually was. Normally I say stuff like that and then I cut to the time lapse and I'm like, oh, this was horrible to build. But no, this was actually quite fun. Something a bit unusual that I've not really built before. I used like some log walls as well as the Asian roofs to make like sort of a hybrid of the themes. And I don't show it in this time lapse, but I did just copy and paste this one building that I made and put it on every single station. Apart from the one near the Arctic area, I think I'm going to make a custom one for that, but all the ones in the Asian park are going to look the same, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If we do have like an Indian area, I might change it to like an Indian themed station instead, but for now let's just leave it as this. It'll be fine. And I had quite a lot of fun with all the different blocks and stuff. I was like making my own bridge here and I made those sort of like cool little bits there, and I was really happy with how it turned out. I think this place ended up looking pretty awesome. Made my own custom little path bits here as well. Tried to use some fences. It looked terrible. Used some rocks instead, and then just like coloured it in with some flowers. Coloured? I mean, put some flowers and stuff down. Not colouring. You can't colour in. It's Planet Zoo. What am I talking about? But I'm very happy with how it turned out. Let me go show you in a bit better detail on how it looks. So here it is, as you can see. Very nice and Asian themed. This is only on one side, I've just realised, but well, it's on the way out, so it's something nice to look back. I don't know. It's pretty basic inside here, nothing special. Didn't really decorate the inside. Added a little bit of rocks and stuff on the middle bit here between the 2 bridges, and we got like the queue, which is this path here, and we've got the exit, which is this path here, and I'm really happy with how these bridges turned out. I think they look awesome, and yes, as I said, copied and pasted it, so there's all these ones over here as well. The only one that's actually linked up at the moment is this one. I added this nice path in coming off the main temple in the center. We'll have to link these 2 up somehow to make it look nice, because we're going to actually move straight on to giant pandas. Now, I have built a giant panda enclosure before. If you saw my laughing at my old zoos video, you probably would have seen it in there. So this isn't completely new, and I think a good area for them would be here, because it's like quite close to the entrance in comparison to the other one. So hopefully people will walk over these bridges here, or they'll take the boat. It'll be right off the boat, and hopefully people will start coming in. I'm not sure if the boat will work. It says they're open. We'll click play. No one's coming towards it. So I'm thinking if 3 of the stations don't work, rest of them don't work. We've set it on a test run. I'm going to see what happens. Gets to this station, then it goes on. Does it go all the way around? I'm guessing it's going to, but it's not going to be able to stop at these stations. So does it just go through them? No, it actually stops. Weird. Oh my gosh, so many animals have just died in this time somehow, and all the animals are hungry. I can't wait for this new feeder update. If you didn't see, Planet Zoo are bringing in an update which will improve how keepers go in habitats. Can't wait. Can't wait. So I guess we'll just put these on open. We'll see what happens. Might not work. And we'll move on to our giant pandas, which we are going to put here, like I said. So let's get to work. So I actually started and restarted this enclosure a few times, but eventually I ended up continuing on the wall that we had going, except I made it a little bit higher, as I wanted this to be like a tiered enclosure. And no, I'm not talking about tears as in crying, ho ho ho. No, I meant like it's got multiple levels, like as you can see here, and the top level being the hard shelter, which these guys obviously need. But I wanted to separate the tiers off with some logs. Normally I would use like rocks and stuff for this, but I thought logs could look pretty cool, so I made this sort of like custom barrier in between the 2, and it ended up looking pretty cool. Although if you look too closely, it doesn't look so cool, so just pretend that it looks good from afar, because it does look good from afar, just not very close, because getting circles with these things is quite tricky. Now, the rest of the barrier going around the enclosure isn't the best, unfortunately. I just used like a concrete one. I'm not sure why. I just couldn't think of what would look good. You can't have wood, as it needs to be like grade 4 or higher, and wood logs just don't work for that. So instead, I just had to have this concrete thing. But we are making a hard shelter here. Try to customize it a little bit. Added in some lanterns, added in a bit of red for some detailing to bring out the color, as it was looking a bit gray in this area. Covered in some of like the holes with rocks and stuff, and added in building our barrier. However, unfortunately here, my time lapse does crash. I paused it so I could add all the pandas in, and then it crashed. So we're going to have a big time jump. So here it is. There's quite a few things that have changed since that time lapse. Obviously, we've got a load of plants in now, some nice trees. We actually have 2 pandas in. As you can see, we've got one here, and then I think another one is somewhere else as well. I can't remember where it's gone. And then we got like another one over here on the logs. Hopefully I don't think they can escape. Actually check yet. What's this? How come I can't click on this guy? Doesn't say they can, so that's good. But I also added in this little area up here. As you can see, we've got some like panda signs, some screens with information. This is an awesome viewing platform. Look how close you get. It's a bit too close, to be honest. Like, that probably wouldn't be legal in real life. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this looks, all the different layers. There's like a really good place to view them. And I actually started adding in this up here. You might have seen the path in the time lapse, but there's like another path up here so you can view them from up here as well. So you got like 2 tiers of viewing area. We put some screens along here, but we haven't really finished this yet. And I think we might work on this together. Kind of like how I did last episode. I'm going to try and I'll decorate this and I'll go step by step on how I'm doing it. So we've got a bit of a blank space here at the moment and I don't know what to put. I'll have to figure something out, but there's our panda enclosure. I'm very happy with this. I think this looks awesome. So my idea for this thing is we have like a little viewing platform here, but here we have like a little shopping center. Only a few shops because we've got all this up here, but this is all food. I think we could have like some tourist stuff up here, maybe an information center, and I might decorate this wall a bit more. So let's just get the shops in place first. We'll get a Hats Fantastic right in the center there, and we'll put a Looney Balloons over here, and then we'll put an information stand here. And I think they're all linked up to the paths. And I sometimes build in a weird order, like right now. I really want to just cover up these gaps in the path with some planters. Unfortunately, they will have to overlap like this, but there's no way around that, unfortunately, because they just weren't big enough. But luckily, it covers up pretty well when you add in the flowers like this. And we can move that along to here to cover up this one as well, which is actually slightly bigger somehow. We'll throw in some trees in here as well, just to like change it up slightly. There we go, looks quite neat. I'm trying to make these walls work. It's kind of tricky though, as it cuts off quite a bit of the path. But I guess we could probably hide that somehow. And I like the idea of like containing this little area here. So there you go, I've like encased it a little bit. It looks pretty cool. It looks ugly from the outside, however. Obviously, we're gonna have to sort of work that out a bit later, but let's just work on this bit for a bit. I think I might use some of this orange roof here, as I've not really used much of it so far. So I thought this might be quite a nice occasion to whip it out. I think I might add like a little modern twist to this thing, put some glass on the roof like so. Just adding some pillars in now as well, as you can see. Although these are quite awkward because they kind of stick out the roof, so we've got to be kind of careful, but it's looking pretty good. This looks really small now, this little red bar added in, so I might change that. That's looking pretty cool. All right, those are all the walls on, as you can see, around the outside. Started to neaten it up a little bit. We still got these bits of path hanging out, but to be honest, they kind of like fit in. It's not that unusual because they're quite equal. Let's add some lights on as well. I'm going to use these lanterns here. So we got all the red lanterns in, but you can actually change the color of these, I'm pretty sure. So let's go like red and then like a darker red. There we go, that looks pretty cool. And to be honest, I just love how these things look. So I'm going to put these on all of the shops in here. Very nice. Put a bit of color in there. We don't want to make it too complicated though. Simplicity is often key, and honestly, I think this place looks really nice inside. Maybe let's add a few benches in, and some bins as well, because people love to litter. Nice. I'm going to put a donation box up here as well, just in case people look at the pandas from up here. So this bit here is a bit tricky, because it's a bit of a bend. But I've had an idea, just to use these logs here, as they go quite well for the curve, like so. That looks pretty cool. And we'll put one here, and then all on the background here. As the curved walls are quite restricting, you can only get a 90-degree curve. Whereas with this, as you can see, that looks pretty cool. We've got a little bit of grass down here, so we're going to neaten it up using some of this stone here. And we're going to put like some just nice plants and stuff in here, including a little statue of this panda. Cute. I was going to place some lanterns along this wall, plus a nice red accent. Very nice. That looks like a cool little area there. I love how it's like tiered and stuff around here. I'm going to try and do more stuff like this in the future. Happy with that. That's a really cool little area. Obviously need to work on this building a bit more, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it for now. But this area here is very nicely complete. Look at that. That looks awesome. But the question, if I run the game, if I run the great game, does anyone come and have a look at them? No one's looking at the moment. People are coming over the bridge to Asia now, and looking at the Komodo dragons a little bit. No one's looking at the red pandas still, but people are using the boat. Wait, are they? Where is the boat? Wait, people are actually walking over the bridge. Where's the boat? Oh, it's stuck at this station, I think. Ugh, we'll have to try and fix that. So our Asia area is starting to expand quite a lot now. Not quite as big as our other areas yet, but it's getting there. This whole central island here should hopefully be filled up soon. I'm excited. People are actually starting to look at the pandas, which is awesome. Let's hope we can get this island here working next episode and get all these boats set up. But that's it for this episode of Planet Zoo. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and comment if you enjoyed, and vote in the poll on which animal you would like to see next. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.